Well, here we go. Our second podcast. We asked, should we start a podcast? That was our last episode. And I guess we decided we're going for it.
There was a big gap between episode 1 and 2.
It's been like a month. Sorry about that.
But it's been pretty chaotic.
We are busy. We have a toddler. She's almost 19 months old, which is crazy to think about. And today I am 30 weeks pregnant. So we are busy.
And I'm in the middle of my soccer season. So I coach high
Yeah.
school soccer and we're in the middle of it. So
He's been gone like every
nonstop.
night. So I'm like solo parenting after work every day. And it is not easy when I can barely like get on the ground and play. So it has been quite hectic in our household. That is for sure.
Yes. But we're excited to be sitting down for
We're
episode
excited
2.
to be back. Hopefully we will try to get out a
into the groove
couple
of things.
episodes before we have Sophie,
Yes.
because if we go 4 weeks again without filming another one, we might not get very
But
far.
just think, newborns can easily lay on our lap as
Yes.
we talk.
And like, who doesn't want to see a cute newborn while they watch a podcast? Honestly, they're so cute. So,
True.
but pregnancy update. I think in our last podcast I was talking about high blood pressure and everything, and everything's looking good right now. My blood pressure has kind of gone back down. I had an appointment today. My blood pressure was like perfect. So that is like a really good sign, and I'm trying like my hardest to make it to 39 weeks before being induced. So that's like the goal. Like I want to be induced at 39 weeks. So I probably definitely won't make it to 40 weeks, but I would like to make it past 37. So really praying for that, even if it's 38 weeks, just a little bit longer. And like if she wants to come, like between 37 and 39 weeks, if she wants to come on her own, that is completely up to her. I just told her that she needs to stay in there until at least 37 weeks. And other than that, I had an ultrasound this past Friday and everything looks good. They were kind of worried about like just different growth things with high blood pressure, but she's measuring perfect. She's in like the 55th percentile or something like that. And she was already like measuring 3 pounds, which can be kind of off. And she has like a lot of hair from what they could tell on the ultrasound. And she's very active.
Yes, she's definitely ready to come out. Was it last night?
Last night, yeah.
Last night, Caitlin told me to feel her belly because she was just flipping and going crazy in there.
Yeah, she's doing that right now too.
And she kicked my hand so hard.
She's trying to come out through like the belly. Like it's crazy.
It was crazy.
And she's head down. I don't know if like this chick stays head down though, because with how much she moves, like she's currently going crazy in my belly. With how much she moves, I don't know if I believe that she's staying head down, but they said she was pretty low and head down already. So that's also a good thing. I like was worried about that because like I obviously, the end goal is to like not have a C-section, especially with having like a toddler. I couldn't imagine like not being able to carry Ivy for like however many weeks. So
Yeah.
praying that she stays head down, or at least as it gets closer, she's head down. Because I know right now she can kind of do her thing, but she is active. And my doctor today was like, maybe that means she's going to be super crazy. And I'm like,
So is Ivy.
oh, I hope not, because we already have a crazy toddler who literally gave herself a goose egg earlier from jumping off the toilet.
Yeah.
So
She's a
we
wild
definitely need a calm second child. And I feel like they say that like the first child's calm and the second one's crazy. But Ivy was like a super calm baby and now she's crazy. So I don't know. Maybe Sophie will be crazy
I
baby and
mean,
then calm.
They both have a little bit of my blood, so
Yeah. So
they
pray
might just
for
both be
us
crazy kids.
because this might be a hectic year ahead of us with these crazy girls. But definitely happy that my health has been better, and just praying that she does stay in there because I don't know what she's doing thinking she's coming out.
Yeah, and this week we both were off of work the whole week.
Yes.
So we were kind of working on getting some stuff ready, organizing some stuff to get ready for Sophie, even though we still have
9 weeks,
at least,
hopefully.
Yeah.
7 weeks at least.
Yeah. So we still
Hopefully.
have time, but we had the week off. I had a ton of extra vacation time.
Yeah.
For
Well, and also,
work,
like,
so
the time will like creep up on you very quickly if you don't get stuff done. So I was doing like meal prepping, so we have tons of stuff in the freezer, and just cleaning things. All of her clothes are like washed.
I remember we set up Ivy's crib when she was like,
I was barely pregnant with Ivy
I mean,
when we set up her
you were
crib.
probably, what, 5 months along at that point? Something like that.
I think I was only like 4 months along when we started setting up her
We
nursery.
were excited, that's for
Yeah.
sure.
So, and then soon enough, I'll have to pack a hospital bag. I was like, oh, I kind of forgot about like things that I'll need to have a baby, and we still have some like different odds and ends that we have to buy for her. So yeah, there's still a lot that needs to be done. So I'm really hoping she cooks until at least 37 weeks, because with like the high blood pressure, they were worried she was going to come early, but I think hopefully, fingers crossed, I think we're good. I think she'll stay in there at least until that 37 week
I think
mark.
so.
So that is the update. We are doing pretty good as of right now. Please keep me in your prayers that it just stays good throughout the rest of this time of being pregnant. And I honestly cannot believe I'm already 30 weeks. Like, I feel like it took forever to get to 20 weeks. And then since 20 weeks, I'm like, how am I already 30
it's
weeks
flying
pregnant?
by. And I mean, this next month, the month and a half, is even busier than these last 2 months.
Yeah, we are so busy.
So
like, we have our niece's birthday party is like next weekend, and Garrett's coaching like the whole weekend, so he can't even go. Then the week after that, there's a women's retreat that I'm going to, and then I think the week after that we have our maternity pictures, and the week after that I have my baby sprinkles. So like literally up until we give birth, we have something going on every weekend, which same thing happened with Ivy, because she was born February 10th, so like with the holidays and everything, we were crazy busy, which I kind of preferred, because then it's not just like we're sitting here like waiting. So we're definitely going to be very busy up until baby girl makes her arrival, and even after. I mean, she's coming right before Thanksgiving and Christmas season. So it's going to be a hectic rest of 2025.
It is. Yeah, and ministry-wise, we're very busy too.
Yeah.
We're trying to cram in a ton of different events before Sophie gets here.
Yeah.
So we have different young adult events.
Which, is that crazy for us? Yeah, probably, but it's all right.
Yeah, I think before she gets here, we have 4 different youth events that we have. So yeah, crazy busy season, that's for sure.
It's exciting. And then he gets 2 weeks off when I have Sophie, which I'm very like thankful for. So we'll be in like the little newborn bubble for like 2 weeks, and then he goes on a retreat and leaves me for 3 days, 2 nights, which is, that might be rough, but I think my mother-in-law might come stay.
It obviously wasn't planned, but it's an event that I can't really skip out on.
No, it's like a big event.
Yeah, it's a big event.
But it's fine. It'll all be good, and I'm excited to like be back in the newborn stage. Just not sure how it's gonna go with a toddler too. I think it's definitely gonna be like divide and conquer. Garrett's probably gonna be like taking Ivy places, running around with her, and I'll be taking care of like the baby, because I obviously have things that you don't, that the baby needs.
That is true. That's very true.
I'm hoping that this will help Garrett and Ivy's like bond grow, because she is a big mama's girl. Today, randomly after her nap, she wanted daddy though.
Yeah, out of nowhere.
Yeah.
She was calling for me, and then
she
coming
never
up to me and reaching up, and I'm like, "Are you good? Like, are
Maybe
you feeling
it's because
okay?"
you've been home this week. I don't know.
Might be, yeah.
But I'm hoping that like if he takes her out places, to the library, like little dates, when I have Sophie, that they'll get closer, so that it's not just me being stressed out all the time with 2 kids like on top of me.
Yeah, she just loves her mama.
Yeah, she does.
She does. That's for sure.
But that'll change one day. As soon as I do something they don't like, they're going to be running to daddy.
So we figured it'd be a little bit fun to ask each other some questions. So we each wrote one
question.
One question about marriage, and then another question about parenting. So I will ask Caitlin the question first. Should we do marriage or parenting first?
Well, we could do marriage. Marriage came first, right?
All right. Yeah, that's true. That's very true. All right. My question, it's a little bit of a funny one, just to get it started. What is your biggest pet peeve that I do?
Oh my gosh, where do I start?
Oh my goodness. Here we go.
There's like a couple.
Get the laundry list out.
There's like definitely a lot that I'm like, oh my gosh. Why does he do that? I'm trying to think of like my biggest pet peeve of you though. What is my biggest pet peeve? I can't even think of like one specific one.
But then list a few.
Oh, I think my biggest pet peeve that I've noticed is that he is not type A like I am. Like, you kind of are, but like, if I like want you to do the dishes, it's like gonna get done within the next 48 business days. I'm just kidding.
No,
Then-
not that long.
No, not that long, but it's gonna be done within like the next 24 hours when like I would just immediately do them, and I cannot relax without like the house being clean and things being done. So that stresses me out like crazy, and I end up doing a lot of like the dishes and stuff because I can't like wait for you to do it. And I think that's my biggest pet peeve is like you like to just like wait to do things, and you're like, well,
It's not
I
that
don't
I
have the
intentionally
energy.
wait to
No,
do
no, no,
them.
no, 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 no. Sometimes you'll say, I don't have the energy right now.
Yeah,
I'm like,
it's
bro,
true.
you think I have the energy? No, but I can't relax until they're done.
Yeah, that's just your personality.
Yeah.
I would much rather like relax when I'm exhausted and then get stuff done when I have energy rather than beat myself into the ground until I'm
Yeah.
dead.
That's how I am. I just like need the house to be clean at all times, and that's gonna be rough with 2 kids because that's probably not gonna
It's
happen
true.
anymore.
Yeah.
Another pet peeve is he claims that it's not him, but I will clean the bathroom mirror, and within like a day there is like stuff
Oh no,
on
that's
it again,
100% me. I don't know how.
and I am like, bro,
I don't know how.
what are
but
you doing?
I think it's when I brush my teeth.
He must be
I don't know
really
how.
getting those teeth clean, looking in that mirror, because I'll go in there the next day and I'm like, there's like literally toothpaste splattered
Yeah,
all
I don't know
over.
how that happens. It's definitely me because I've noticed myself
Okay,
do it
but
once.
you will literally say,
But-
I don't even know where that came from. And I'm like, Ivy went in
Hey.
there. And that drives me insane. But yeah, that's my biggest like pet peeves of you. I don't know if I have another one.
That's not too bad.
No.
That's not terrible.
You're not like trashing the house or anything, but
No.
I can't think of another one right now. There's probably a couple others that it's just things like you probably leave stuff the wrong spot or whatever. I don't know. But that's like the 2 biggest ones that I'm like, this man, I
Should
can't.
I give my biggest pet peeve?
No.
Oh, okay.
That was not the question.
That was
that
not
I
the
wrote down
question.
For you, so
Oh, she's scared now.
I don't want to know it. Let me try to see what mine is.
All right, let's see it.
Okay. My question about marriage is, what is one thing that you've learned about marriage that you didn't expect? Or one thing that you've like learned about me or like noticed in marriage that you're like, that's a lot different than I thought it was going to be.
This is a tough question. It is a tough question. I feel like the majority of what I expected from marriage has happened. I feel like it hasn't been too much of unexpected or too much of learning you because we've known each other for so long. But I think one thing that I've learned is having to do things that I don't want to do.
Yeah.
Just because that's the way things go. I am an introvert. I am a homebody. I do not want to do
so
fun
disagree
things.
with that, but yeah.
What? About which
You'll
aspect?
be like, I'm an introvert, and then he will like go talk to like so many people. Like, I don't really think he's an actual introvert anymore. Like, I definitely think he's a homebody. I
No,
like
listen,
to go out more.
I am an introvert.
An extroverted introvert.
Yes. There are sparks of energy, but I would much rather be introverted and just stay to myself.
And I feel like since we've gotten married, I've like changed. I'm such an introvert now, though. Okay, so I'm gonna ask Garrett first this time. My question was, what is the hardest thing so far about being a parent?
I mean, I think there's 2 different answers for this that I have.
There's a lot of hard things about being a parent, honestly.
Yeah, there is. There is a lot of hard things. There's a lot of adjustment. There's a lot of learning. One of the things I'd say is just the consistent sacrifice of like even more so. Realistically, what we want to do is always put on the back burner just because, we have a kid and that's our full focus and we put her first as all parents
As
should.
good parents should.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's not me complaining about it because I absolutely love being a dad and we both love Ivy so much. But it's just the truth about parenting is that it brings a lot of sacrifice. And
Yeah,
you
we
have
can't
to,
just sleep in when we want to. We can't
It's
just
true.
relax all day. We can't just
Yeah.
watch a show in the middle of the day. Like, yeah, it's a lot of sacrifice, and like every morning, like knowing that you're keeping this little human alive. It's tough sometimes.
And I mean, you mentioned it, but talking about like, well, you mentioned it to me off camera, but talking about like, you know, allowing them to not fail, but make mistakes so that they'll learn.
Which I like don't know if I do very well with, because it's like hard to see your kid like get hurt or not
fall off the toilet and get a goose egg.
Which this girl like comes on everything, and it's so scary.
This girl's crazy.
But it's hard to like let her make mistakes and like learn, because I just want to protect her.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's hard.
It is hard. Yeah, and it's only going to get harder, because it's only going to happen more and more.
Like, what are we going to do when like a boy breaks her heart and we like see it coming? Like, I can't. That's going to be rough. Or like if she has a mean friend, we're going to be showing up to school and like beating them up, which I know like we can't actually
Not
do
actually.
That. Not actually. Like,
not actually.
If there's any police watching this, not actually. But it's
we will not be hitting
we will not
any
be hitting
children
kids or anybody else.
Anybody else.
But it's going to be hard not to like go like full bear.
Mama bear.
Yeah, on them. But
yeah,
I definitely think we're still in like that, the easy part. Like the hardest things that we're going through right now are probably the easiest things we're going to go through.
Yeah, like her climbing on the chair and wanting to jump off, and we're like, you probably shouldn't do that.
It's a lot different than I'm going to shave my head and join a rock band.
Well, yeah, that took a turn. If that ever happens, I don't know how we're gonna.
Yeah, that would be really hard.
That will be my answer for the hardest thing I've gone through.
I hope our girls are like good and not crazy.
Hey,
we'll see.
We pray for them every night.
Yeah.
Alrighty, the last question that I have for Caitlin, my parenting question, is this: what's the best thing about being a young mom?
The best thing about being a young mom is being young. That was so deep.
That's deep.
No, I don't know. I think I didn't really think that.
What? You good?
I think when we like decided to have kids, I didn't think about the fact of how like young we were, and lately that's been like coming up in my brain. Like, how are we 22 years old having like a second kid? Like, that is insane. And it wasn't a teen pregnancy, and it wasn't an accident, and it wasn't any of that. And I think some people probably, which like, not that I care if people judge us, but probably like see our lives and they're like, dang, these people like need to take a break. Like, I'm sure a lot of people think that maybe it wasn't planned, maybe we regret it. I don't regret being a young parent at all. And it is hard like to see some of our friends and stuff be like living carefree lives, but I think that there's something so special in like getting to grow up with them, which sounds stupid because like, yes, we're adults and like we need to be like the adults we have to be in order to raise them, but I will be there. Like, she's going to be there for most of my life. I obviously will be there. Well, what am I trying to say right now?
I don't know.
But what I mean is, like,
I don't really
if you wait until like your upper 30s to have kids.
I thought you were cooking.
Yeah, I thought it was cooking too. But like, technically, we're not there for her whole life either, which is kind of sad because then we die. But she's like going to be there for most of our lives.
What is happening? I'm so confused.
I'm too pregnant for this.
You need to go to sleep.
Yeah.
What is happening?
No, what I mean is like, we will spend so much more time with like our kids because we had them so young.
Yes.
And thinking about it, since we were only 21 when we had her, she's literally going to be a part of our lives for like most of our entire life.
So what I'm hearing is Caitlin's answer to the best part about being a young mom is that we'll get to know them for longer before we die.
No,
that's
but it's like special because like we're young, so we're able to still like get down on the ground and play with her, and we are going to be the cool parents, the cool hip parents.
Well, that's what we think.
That's what we think. We're actually not. She's going to hate us.
We also think that we're cool hip youth pastors, and our youth students think that we're
They think
losers.
we're so old, and
they think we're lame.
Okay.
I say the youth lingo, and they look at me like I have 4 eyes.
Yeah. Okay, now I'm going to cook even better.
Oh,
okay,
sorry.
So
Here we go.
The best thing about being a young mom is that she not gave me purpose, like, because obviously I felt purpose in like who I was, but she redefined like the purpose that I had and like who I was. And I think for a long time I was like searching like who did God call me to be, and I got a little bit lost in motherhood when I first had her, and definitely went through some like, not, I wouldn't say like it was like depression per se, but it was just like who am I, and just kind of questioning who I am. And I think now that she's like 19 months old, I've realized that like the best version of myself is like being a mom, and it's given me purpose, and it's given me like a new perspective on life and like what's important in my life. And I think that like God planned it this way and planned for us to be parents so young, because like this is exactly what I needed in my life. Because I like growing up, I had, we'll probably talk about it eventually, but it was just like not great, and I didn't have a great relationship like with my father. And so to be able to like have a kid young, I think it's like healing that part of me to be able to like give my child more, especially because she does have like the best dad. So that's been like my favorite thing is, I mean, I'm the oldest of 5, so I was already like pretty much like a second mom to all my siblings, and I always like knew I wanted to be a mom. And I definitely think like God like had a plan to make us parents young, just to like heal that part in me that was like very broken and hurting. And I definitely am not the best mom. Like I really like do have to apologize. Well, I have to apologize to her sometimes because I get very overwhelmed. Like I'm that kind of person.
But all parents do.
But I'm trying my best, and I'm trying to heal like traumas that I had in me. And I think that being a young parent has like helped that. And if I would have waited until I was like 35 to have kids, I feel like I wouldn't have gotten this healing as quick as I have. So that's
at the end of the day, I've never met a perfect parent in my life.
No, I think we all probably are like really like,
we all have flaws. We've all messed up. The only perfect parent realistically is God, right? We
just try to be,
we fail
as much like Jesus as we can.
Exactly. That's all we can do.
I definitely don't want to be the parent that yells. I sometimes yell. I sometimes not freak out, but I mean like sometimes I get so overwhelmed that I'm like, I need to walk out of this room. And
it happens.
I think some people have the opinion of like, oh, well, if you wait until you're older to have kids, then you have like not it all figured out, but you're like more patient and you don't like freak out as much. But I like disagree. I mean, I think some people that have kids young probably should not have, but I think it all depends on your maturity level.
Yeah,
and
for sure.
I definitely think God gives you what you need. And so like even with us when we prayed about having a second kid and we just kind of put it in God's hands, like, okay, we weren't sure, but I'm like, we're going to give it to God. And then we got pregnant again and we were like, oh gosh, like, are we ready for this? But I think God gives you exactly what you need in the moment, and exactly not, I wouldn't say what you can handle, but I think everything that he gives to you is that you can grow from it too. So like this might be the hardest stage of our lives that we're about to enter.
Might be.
But it's because God wants us to grow from it, and he knows that like this is what's best. And I think it's like it might be hard in the moment, but in like 10 years from now when I look back, I'm gonna be like, this was so worth it, and I'm so glad. Like, not that I regret it now, but what I'm saying is like as we get older, we're just gonna appreciate it more and appreciate that we've been, you know, young parents and get to see our girls grow up without being not, I don't want to say ancient, but just like some people really wish they could have had families younger, and then they end up only like having their first kid at 40. That's totally fine, but I'm sure they would have wished to have more time with their kids and just be younger and more mobile. Except I have said that I think it's like done the opposite effect on me, because I feel like it's aging me quicker having kids.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't change a single thing. I'm more than happy with where we're at, where our family's at. We've got a great support system from the church family to our families, so we're very blessed, that's for sure.
And it's definitely not for everyone, but I don't think there should be judgment like in people that decide to get married young and have kids like right after marriage. Like we were like married for like almost 6 months before we got pregnant with Ivy, and I feel like there was a lot of judgment there of like, oh, you didn't give yourselves enough time, all they're worried about is having kids. And probably even when we got pregnant with Sophie, 202, they can't even let her body heal. Like I think there's just so much judgment. It's like, why can't we just be happy for people that decide that they want to settle down and like start their family?
This is what Caitlin and I always say, that why worry about someone else's life, just worry about your own. We're focused on, you know, what God's speaking to us, where he's leading us, and whatever we're ready for, then it's our life.
And I think that a lot of people get caught up in like the you have to do this before you do this, before you do this. So like a lot of people are like, you have to go to college before you can get married. You have to have the perfect job before you have kids. And I think that it's important for people to realize that like everyone does live life differently.
Except
so-
we do agree marriage then kids.
Yes.
just
Marriage
specifying that.
That's just, yeah,
Just
that's what it
specifying
should
that.
be. That's what God intended it to
Yeah.
be. But what I mean is if you're 28 and you're not married and you're looking at us who are 22 about to have 2 kids, like, okay. And like everyone lives life at different paces. And I feel like a lot of people get caught up of like, not like trying to be in a race, but it's like, oh, especially like with friends and like family and like people that you know, it's like, oh, well, they got married and they live in a nice house and I want to be married and I want to live in a nice house, and oh, they're on kid number 3. Oh, well, I would love to I think it's just so
It's easy
much
to
comparing.
compare. Yeah.
And it's like, okay, yeah, you might be 32 and just now getting married. It doesn't matter. Like whatever stage you're in is exactly where God wants you to be. So I think, which I think I've done too, like when we were dating, I just wanted to be engaged, and then when we were engaged, I just wanted to be married, and then when we were married, I was excited for a kid. And then I was telling my mom, I think last week, it's like, and then what?
Yeah.
Like every season you go through, it's like, okay, you want to do the next thing, but then you get to a point where you're like, okay, now what? So I think
Yeah.
it's something that I need to
I
do in
think
my
it's
own
just
life,
being
but we just need to be,
obedient within the season.
yeah,
that God
and you
has
just need to like accept that season that you're in and just
being yeah.
be present in that and just be thankful for exactly where God has you, and stop trying to be like, this is where I need to be next. Because I think I definitely have been that way, especially like now after like we're about to have a second kid, and then we may never have another kid after that. So it's no longer like like some people probably are like, well, we're gonna have this kid and then we're gonna wait 2 years and then we're gonna have another kid and then we're gonna wait. There's like unknown. It's like, okay, so now we have our kids. Now what?
Yeah.
You just have to be content.
Now we wait and
everywhere
see
you
what
are.
God has next.
Yeah. And so I think that's something that I wish I would have learned. And I think being a parent honestly has taught me that, to just be present and just love every stage that you're in, especially because I think this is what is so exciting about having a second kid too. I feel like with Ivy, like when she was a newborn, it was rough for us because we're just trying to learn how to be parents. And I wished that newborn stage away so fast. I was like, I just can't wait until she's like 3 months old. I can't wait till she's like 4 months old. I can't wait till she's 6 months old. Like every single stage that she got to. And it started to get easier. I think around 3 months old, she started to like, I was like, okay, I finally have got this. And I didn't wish it away as much. And then it was like, oh, I'm so excited for her to be 1. I'm so excited for her to be walking and this and that and this and that. And now looking at her, it's like, where did my baby go? And like looking back at pictures of her, it's like the time goes by so fast. So thinking about a second baby, it's like just soaking everything in and not wishing that away. I think I saw a TikTok the other day that was like, I wish my first child could experience like what my second child did, because with your first child, you don't know what you're doing. And with your second one, you're kind of more confident and you understand that time flies by. And so it does make me feel sad for her to know she was our guinea pig. But it is like important to realize that like it does go by so fast and it's so hard. But in 5 years from now, I'm going to be crying thinking about how like I wish they were babies again. Well, now that I like jumped off my soapbox, and also like the beginning of that was kind of confusing.
I don't even remember what that question even was.
I know, but I was talking
if I'm
about
gonna
like
be
living
honest.
with our kids until we die or something.
Yeah, I don't know how we got here.
I don't know. But I definitely talk way more than Garrett, so I'm really sorry about that.
You are a talker.
Yeah, I'm a certified yapper.
Yep, for sure.
It's good for me. But we'll end it there. I don't even know how long this was, and you're probably sick and tired of hearing my voice. Probably wished you would have heard Garrett's a little bit more. But let us know in the comments. I think we said this last time and nobody did, so let us know in the comments.
Called out.
I know, I'm calling you out.
Whoa.
If you have like specific things you want us to talk about, we might just talk more about our stories in the next one, and like
Yeah.
testimonies, or maybe like how we grew up and
How we got called
stuff
in
like that.
ministry. That'd be cool.
So, and then before you know it, we'll be talking about how it is to have 2 under 2.
It's true.
So I hope you enjoyed, and
Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Yes, and stay tuned for our next video that will hopefully not be a month away.
Yeah.